within him. Yashikins, what's wrong? You look odd, you're not. Yes, it is I, Satan. I kept captive by his magic, but thanks to you, I'm free once more. You have your own Satan built in, a husband with dual income. I'm so lucky. Oh, sweet Jesus, what is that?
Perfume making uses an altogether different technique from alchemy. Here, let me teach you. Very carefully, take hold of the mortar and pestle. Gently does it.
Phrasing.
You need to keep your wrist firm so your hand doesn't slip.
Phrasing.
Now use your strong hand to stir it with a persistent rhythm. Keep going until the juices start to come out.
Oh, phrasing, 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 phrasing. I love this entire bit. I don't go that way, but...
Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the artisan world.
Yeah.
Then
Nesta is a daddy. We can all agree that.
What about nasty Nork? I'm going after him.
There's something I would like to ask you, Shinobi of the Divine Heir.
Yes,
Okay.
What is his name?
Lord Kuro.
Lord Kuro. It has a fine ring to it. I should like
Am
to
I
meet
setting
him
them up?
someday.
Am I playing matchmaker right now? Maybe. Well, that's a fun ending. And I'll OC. Oh my god, Pixelfish. I don't know what that means, so don't ask. There's something horny. Huzzah! I mean, this is amusing. Ooh, I do wonder which one's gonna get out first. Not me. That's the answer. Ah, that was fun. The puppeteer skill is... Oh, it's so good.
No, 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 my boy! My dear sweet boy!
Kratos, I think you could have just broken his hands.
Freya,
You know? I don't
chose
think you needed
this.
to snap his neck. You could have just smashed his arms and legs and left it at that.
Rain down.
No.
Every
But it would have just taken care of him, and that would have been living hell.
violation
Him.
imaginable.
Okay, maybe not every.
One last review of the checklist. Let's see. Item number 1 is Plankton a genius? Answer yes. Okay, checklist complete. Throw in the switch.
It's literally right back
Welcome,
to your side.
the obedient robot army. Hang on. I want to get a photo for my scrapbook. Hey, hello? What do you think you're doing?
Why would you ever include such a switch?
No.
Why?
Wait, but I'm your master.
So
I
dumb.
made you. No. Oh, my good child.
So dumb. Come on. There we are, there we are. Oh. Meanie dog. I love getting them. I love getting them with the acid.
Oh my. This is a change I didn't expect.
Indeed.
Did the King of Puppets get you? Or some other ruffians? I'm glad you're growing, but I'm not sure what to make of this.
Mm-hmm.
Be wary of dangerous people. And always be a good boy for me.
I doubt you're being a good father for me, so why should I return the favor? I saw that little puppet show. I know what your end game is for me.
I can't predict how it will change.
Yep, that's bad. That is bad for us. Confused. Makes me wonder what their parents do for a living. Well, again, apparently one's just a witch, so... That? Imagine that has to be, nope. Fairly lucrative. Or at the very least, like, what's somebody gonna do to take this away from you? What's the tax man gonna say? Oh, no, I don't buy groceries. I just, you know, magic them out of thin air. Well, you got us there. We can't file you for tax fraud when you don't buy anything. Oh, this property technically doesn't exist. I just folded the fabric of space around me, creating out of thin air. How else do you think I could have this square footage? Come on, give me a good throw. Thank you very much. Oh, he just collapses dead after that. Well, I guess he does rip off his head. Makes sense, you know? That just tracks. But the joke's on him. I'm playing as Teal, and I have that poison upgrade, which is one of the most satisfying upgrades in a Souls-like game I have ever seen. Just being able to heal off of what would be normally a long-term status effect. It is, just wonderful. Oh god, he has like sandals, but they have straps on the back as well. What? Oh god. Why? What? Why is it like... He's just slouching. That's... why? Oh god, I don't like that. I don't like that. It's like having a little strap at the back of the... Oh god, oh, no. No, that... Oh, no. No. No.
Frog really...
Oh. You have come far enough, little lamb. My followers are willing to do anything for me. Can you say the same of yours? I give myself to the cause, almighty leader. By the blood of the great ones, destroy the Red Crown. Oh. Oh no, what's happening here? Oh, okay. Take that! Death to the non-believers. First boss beaten. Ma'am.
Oh,
well.
You're here already. I had a chat with that lovely young man. He gave me an idea about how I might repay my debt. I'm almost done. Let's meet downstairs.
Okay, did you need me to come into the bathroom, or did you just want me to come into the bathroom? Because it seems like the latter in this instance, madam. Just die already. Are you kidding me? How are you still alive? Why are you still alive? No, 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 no! No, no, no! That stupid gas! Oh, I'm out and I... Oh... I don't craft... okay, I can craft a few... Inventory... Stupid bloody bats! Poison spewing... Stupid bats. Oh, what was that? He literally phased through the environment. You all saw that. What's it? sod clipping later. Ooh, Titanite shot. That's good. Clip the previous thing.
You went to the old temple, but Mom told me never to go in there.
We do what we please, boy. No excuses.
That's... Is there a reason why she said never to go in there? Could we maybe find out about that before we break up the store? Maybe? Yes, maybe? Before we unleash some, like, sinister evil or incur some wrath on ourselves? No? No, I just gotta do it? Oh well. Let's get on with it. There we are. There we go. You know what? We didn't die to Jester Thomas the first time. Ooh, that's worthy of a clip, especially for like how long that went on. Jesus, that took ages. Dang it, I'm one short. I want that exploding acid. Is it too much to ask for your acid to explode when it runs its course? Is it really too much to ask? It's just a simple request. Exploding acid. How hard can that be to come by? You can tell I was thinking of Dr. Evil asking for laser shots there. This is literally disgusting. I put so much work in getting the rings, so these things last longer, and it puts me down to 400 for this, and makes me share rings for each fight. It's just, it's disgusting. I have to do them in like 130 rings or less, otherwise I'm done. I can't do it. I gotta restart this effing trial. It's literally disgusting. I hate this. Rings will be unavailable. F you. No, you know what? Fuck you. Rot in hell, whoever okayed this. I hate you. I hate you so much. This is disgusting to me. This is a miserable experience I don't want to do just to get to the effing DLC boss. You've padded it out enough with challenges and towers to climb. I don't want this. I don't care if it's free. Oh, good to know. Come on. Come on, there we go. Damn. Holy moly, that was just an optional thing there? 55% chance of working. It paid off! The cloud of daggers turned out to be an asset to the end. I into it. Yes, yes. And they said it was a waste to give him magic initiate for Druid. Let us watch the replay and see how poorly I performed. John Wick is drunk. I'm sure what he's even doing. Oh my god. Ooh. Hello. Oh, they got me. Let's see, we'll go for the skull, then pick up the ring, then go down to the heart, then make our way to the other side of this. That sounds like a plan if I've ever heard and made one. Which, I don't know, if you watch these streams, is somewhat debatable. Mr. Maria. Oh no, I forgot all the names, so it's gonna be, voices, so it's gonna be inconsistent. Check it out. I'm a male toad, and I have a letter for you. I don't know why we've slipped into, I think, knockoff Christopher Walken here, but that's where we're going with him this stream. I hope you enjoy. Okay, we're slipping out of it into something else entirely here. What am I doing? What am I doing?
He did for the lives of his men.
And what if he did?
You're a filthy murderer.
Oh, he's killing prisoners, the kind of thing honorable men are doing now.
That's enough out of you, jackass!
Dang it. That was my idea, but oh well. Well, I'm proud of this. Take that, you jack. We saved the one down in the basement who went to the hospital, and we took care of this guy who still has life in his eyes despite the whole, you know, dead thing. Another save point. I mean, come on, like, come on. Seriously? Come on. He was so confident. He was just a wizard with his staff. He was so confident, and I just meant to be dead. It's every D&D meme. Oh, that cracked me up for some reason.
Eres extranjero. Tienes que trabajar aún más duro para arreglártelas.
Not necessarily foreigners. It could just be the case. Your complexion is too dark for this old Madison over here.
We speak English. We're just talking.
There's no official language in the US for reasons.
We come here to work, not steal or live at your home.
Diego, no, I'm so fucking tired. You only come here to cause trouble. And we have to pay.
Says the people who shot a kid.
Free ride. And that makes us
You make me sick.
Their profiles are heavily encrypted. No identifying information.
Ghosts in this system.
Used to engage with this.
What is this? A takedown from JoJo? Like, choke them out. Oh my god, why is that making me laugh so hard? Oh.
Come here, my love.
No! Jess, don't just let this happen!
Nothing can tear us apart now.
Don't let that happen. You have the ability to stop it. You see? That's what happened. What do you think was gonna happen? It was all gonna work out? Jesus. That's on you,
You're
Jess.
going to drown here too.
You could have saved her. You could have saved her. Just bat the thing away, and it would be fine. No. Not another impossible check, because I didn't get sprayed with effing pheromones like 20 hours ago. No. No. Which maybe and more if you didn't get the pheromones. Ooh, what's happening here? We have a cutscene. Oh. Yeah, we've done this before. Oh god, it's like a creepy dragon that's gone wrong.
While I cannot fully control it, I can awaken its rage against you.
I also like how Sonic looked genuinely worried about this. It's like, yeah, you would be genuinely worried about this. Look at that thing. It's terrifying. Weird. I don't know why, but it looks like a pervert dragon. I don't know why, but that's just what comes to mind. Oh, I love myself a good old-fashioned minigun. Oh, I'm loving it. Now, what chat did I miss? It's very...
I've seen ashes like this before.
Oh.
Well, that's one way to get rid of a corpse.
Not really.
I've seen ashes like this before.
You still have the skeleton to deal with.
That's one way to get rid of a
You still have the skeleton to deal with. Like, that's pretty identifying, you know? I think people can figure out a murder happened based on the skull. Oh, good lord.
Yes? What is it?
Are we all enough to say do? Are you with him? Points to do.
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once, for fuck's sake.
Can I actually help you with something?
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who forgets their squad mates?
Okay, are you with him?
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
Nothing, just wondering.
The sooner you figure this hanging out, the sooner everyone can go home.
I feel like if I'm his superior, I should be telling to STFU about all this and just answer my questions. Seems like they do not respect me in any measure whatsoever, thus do not respect any authority I have over them. But hey, that's kind of just the situation, isn't it? Random fact of the day would be thegradedteacher.com. All the words bacteria stacked on top of each other would stretch for 10 billion light years. Well, that's a useful estimation, I guess. Sure, why not? I can't stop them. Like nobody could stop me from looking at some ship art right now, just real quick. Real quick. Ah, that's cute. That's lewd. That's cute. No one can stop me. It brings me so much joy.
I can't hear you on my stream.
Bye-bye. They have to be fun to fight and do stuff again. This is really why I hate Sekiro more than like any other From Software game. It's just because I can't do magic lane stuff. Like, you see the nonsense here, and people act like it's a virtue to go up against it without like using magic. It's not. You're just giving yourself a headache for no good reason. And that game is... Well, that saying entirely sums up this game. Giving yourself a headache for no good reason. Oh, and that's a humanoid. It's a humanoid enemy. Let's make the most of this, shall we? And slowly bleed them to death with the poop flies of doom! It is a lengthy process, but an effective process. Look at that. Gotta move here. Drink up. Oh, that's the last one. There we go. Well, sorry for that to happen. I want to flip that. Oh, meanie bo beanie. Well, I didn't notice that, did I? Where is it? Use. Come on. Ah, we're bullying her. Oh wait, the poison heals her. But not a lot. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, my pretties. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And hello there, Kickback. Thanks for stopping by in the vertical stream. Feel free to hang out there or on the main stream. Either way, I appreciate your time. Speaking of time, I'm running out of that in 80 days, but we'll get to that after a word of the day. Where was I? Maybe a daily fun fact if the site updated. Anyhow, let's jot down the timestamp real quick first. Save that. There it is. I'll put in both of them. 45, right? 27, I hope I remember that correctly. Otherwise, that would be super awkward. Anyhow, how are you doing, Kickback? Oh, wonderful. Be sure to hit the like button on everything. What is... Ah, there's a little bear getting terrified by a ghost. Neat. Anywho. I'd like to just read a word of the day. A, because like it incorporates into my daily habits, which I want to do. And B, be somewhat educational for those watching. But, let's see, back a page. Yeah. Oh, never mind. Yeah, there's an update here. Okay, that's fine. I guess, yeah, it would be set for American time, wouldn't it? Anywho, today's word of the day. Ethos. Or ethos. Anyhow, what it means. Ethos refers to the guiding belief of a person, group, or organization. Did you know? In Greek, ethos means custom or character. As originally used by Aristotle, it referred to a person's character or personality, especially with respect to a balance between passion and caution. In English, ethos is used today to refer to the practices or values that distinguish one person, organization, or society from others. In rhetoric, ethos is often studied alongside pathos and logos as a technique to successfully persuade an audience. Related terms in English language include ethics, a branch of philosophy dealing with what is morally right or wrong, and ethology? Ethology, there we are. Yep, ethology. A branch of knowledge dealing with human character and with its formation and evolution. Well. Isn't that certainly interesting? Ooh, the power went out for me earlier today and that threw everything off. Really getting this done, and hopefully it won't be as long as the stream last time. I mean, ideally, in original concept, the Thursday streams were supposed to be much shorter than the other streams. Or the random day streams, because they ain't Thursday yet. If you can't tell, my schedule's sipped wildly lately. So yeah. I don't know, maybe I should take a break from for a while, especially to try and do stuff on the other channel again. A part of it is just because I'm struggling more and more with ADHD as I'm getting older, and it remains unmedicated. Anyway, daily fun fact, or random fact today I should say, human teeth are the only part of the body that cannot heal themselves. Oh. Yeah, I guess, yeah, that is technically true, yeah. I just never really thought of it like that, but yeah. Oh, that's not good. In fact, that has led to a lot of problems. People. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Let's see if there was anything I quote-tweeted that I had to try and farm a clip out of this stream. No, just a bunch of shorts I have posted so far that I also do to the YouTube channel you're currently on, and TikTok, and various other social media platforms I'm on. So be sure to follow me on the relevant ones for you. Oh yeah, and people meant again the Beyond the Spider-Verse seems to just kind of be in a sort of limbo right now. It's kind of a black box of what's going on the inside, other than it's taken a while for something that the previous film left off on a direct cliffhanger, and that's kind of part of why I felt like I couldn't do a review of it, besides the general blockage on making videos. It's just unlike Into the Spider-Verse that had a solid standalone ending while still setting up for more. Again, Across the Spider-Verse has a cliffhanger ending, and that payoff and how good Across is entirely depends on the payoff of Beyond. And if Beyond is bad, that affects Across the Spider-Verse. So I can't just do a review of it by itself. Yeah, that's a clip worthy, at least for me. Oh yeah, and then I had to be kind of mean about. Again, rest in peace, James L. Jones. I'm sorry to see you pass, but at the same time, one of your last acts on this earth, major acts, were to sign up for, license your likeness, your vocal likeness to Disney to create an AI clone of it that they're now going to use till the end of time, as opposed to recasting for Vader and that being a steady source of income for somebody else. Now they're just going to use AI, and that's something he signed up for before he passed. Yep, one of his last acts on this planet was to make the world slightly worse in a way. It's a bummer to have to bring up on his death, but it's specifically his death that kind of proves the impact of this is inherently bad. Because what will eventually become an opportunity for somebody else is now just going to be pigeonholed by his estate forever. Or just like Disney with AI. I don't even know if they get a cut of it. I think it was just cash up front, which he took because it's like, oh yeah, I'm like near the end of my life. Let's get this into the bank account for, you know, for my family to inherit. Anyway, oh yeah, then I just, what was it? Somebody, little trope of what's it? Protagonist wins over the rich girl. And it's like, okay, but then it's like Dipper and Mabel, and it's sorry, no. Confused there. Dipper and Pacifica, but I always thought it made more sense for what's it? Mabel and Pacifica to be a couple in the show. They had more interactions. It was more built up upon. To have that kind of thing, similar to what's it? Again, Luz and Amity, or what's it? Adora and Catra. That kind of like enemies to lover trope. You know, especially with like again, like the mini golf episode would really set up for something like that. And like I'm pretty sure the only reason that the Dipper and Pacifica were even hinted at to be possibly couple at all was because they were trying to move off of Wendy, but not so much that they wouldn't make the jokes that it kind of made the whole attempt half-hearted and a waste of time. And also, like, when not many people really think about it, they kind of just take what the show presents to them at face value without thinking it's like, oh wait, no, there's like only roughly a 3-year age difference between all of them. It'd be kind of slightly weird, but not like impossible to age. And once you like time jump to the future where like they're both in their 20s, it's like, who cares? Let them be together, you know? I'm convinced, I'm thoroughly convinced that like, oh god, what's his name? Alex Hertz, or however you pronounce his last name, had originally envisioned Dipper and Mabel to be like 10 years old or something, and Disney was like saying, hey, you know, the chart says it would be slightly better for, you know, this thing's performance and longevity if, you know, they were like teens. So it's like, okay, well, how about what's it? Pre-teens with their 13th birthday being a notable event coming up some point in the season. And Disney was like, fine. And Alex said, okay, and didn't really readjust anything, you know? Didn't do that. Just like in his head the whole time writing, they were still like 10 years old. It really shows sometimes. For the worst of the show, you know? Yeah. Oh god, and the PS5 Pro just looked so dumb. Looked so dumb, and it's $200 more for less features. Barely any kind of graphical improvement at this stage. Oh, and what's it? Todd McFarlane, apparently. Ah, yeah, today's a good crop. A good crop. Anyhow. Apparently, just doesn't like to make a bunch of new female characters, and like one of his reasonings is apparently to be incredibly reductive about it. It's like basically what were boys like is like, you know, action figures or toys, and it's like, man, like to go into one of my own personal experiences, on one of the few vacations I ever took, I think it was like a Betty doll from the Flintstones that I was happy with, but my father was like just very old-fashioned and was like, oh, boy can't be playing with a girl toy, you know, and like made a whole stink about it to the person giving them out at the resort, to give me one of the purple dinos instead that I actively disliked, which was very frustrating. You know? It's just like that kind of nonsense. Boys will happily play with toys that are, you know, of a female character. I don't know why that's so hard to grasp. Like a struggle. You know? Like you could still have like, you know, an action figure with as a girl. That is a girl character. It's maddening. It's maddening. It's just like one of those like old-fashioned things from somebody you would really hope, because of the connection to a character a lot of people love, And he's actually had like some other good points and ways about stuff. But yeah, you know, I just really hope they would be better on this, you know, and actually evolve past. God, how old do you be? Probably like the 19th. No, actually, no. Like, unless he was from a conservative household, not the 1970s, because like the 1970s specifically as a decade was like for children, like pretty gender neutral on a bunch of stuff. That kind of came like late into the 70s or the 80s when things became specifically heavily gender split. Really became frustrating. Yeah, so like see an issue like a lot of marketing for like video games in the like 80s and 90s, early 90s, because like way back when Nintendo had to decide where to go, the boy or girl aisle. So they went to the boy one, and that just kind of arbitrarily affected things for decades. Yay. Man, yeah. The spirit of yapping is strong with me. Apparently someone had a hot take about what's it, X-Men Evolution, and it's like, A, it's good, B, no, it hasn't been forgotten, it's just like no longer being aired anywhere and doesn't have continuation going on for it like 97 did. Because I think it ended on a cliffhanger. You know, what's it? Well, I mean, if 97's getting a continuation, can we see more from the people who did, you know, X-Men and Wolverine and X-Men? That would be nice to see a follow-up to that. It only lasted like one season, but actually had like premise that held a lot of potential. Oh well, more shorts, and I think that's about everything. Did I do these two? I don't know. Just quick ones. Be safe. Cop basically trespasses in a woman's house and refuses to exit, and just assaults them. And it's like, my God, if he wasn't a cop, like doing this in America, well, the majority of the states have like stand your ground and castle doctrines. One or the other, both. It's like, he would be so dead, but because he's a cop, he basically gets like the legal right to trespass. You know? It's just wild. It's wild. He literally barges his way in after somebody opens the door to him, and then proceeds to try and close it. Just wild. Wild. Oh God, yeah, the like wild line from it. He says like, "I own the house," you know, standing in there. It's insane, literally insane. Oh yeah, and like apparently some people are like trying to call the maker version of Genesis Qua, Reed Richards, who was like spoiler alert. Now, apparently, like in the Ultimates comic line from Marvel, which was an offshoot parallel universe that wasn't the main 616 one. Anyway, for multiple years he was like a hero in his own running book before eventually becoming a villain. And he's trying to say like an insult or something because he was upset that Sue Storm broke up with him, but I feel like that's like missing the forest for the trees there, you know? Again, it seems like the focal point of the breakup between Sue Storm and Reed Richards in this timeline is TLDR. Seems Reed had to focus on the greater good as opposed to saving Sue from some kind of trouble that she seemed to have survived, but like she was frustrated by that, you know, and basically calls it quits without like having to worry about like you know, the emotional well-being of Reed. It's only hers that takes priority, and I feel like that is a major issue, you know? I feel like that's a problem with our girls. They don't care about their own emotional well-being and not that of their partners. You know? And that's just kind of like heartbreaking. It also kind of like intersects there with like some, you know, the emotional spectrum for people with autism who then like express things differently. You know, and like some people were like saying like, you know, hey, what's that autism rep? But you can like leave the maker on the shelf there or whatever. It's like you can't really cherry pick understanding autism, you know? You know, you can't just like say, no, not for this one, we don't like them. It's like, you have to have that empathy and understanding for them, even if you fundamentally dislike the actions they're doing. So that way you can still like engage with them, you know? Again, it's not just representation of like good people. It's like, yeah, across the board. You don't want it all just be villains and whatnot, but you don't all want to be goody two-shoes and whatnot, you know? Like, sometimes you hurt people by looking after your own emotional well-being. Sometimes it's in unavoidable ways, doing what's best for you, and sometimes you're just kind of being a bit selfish and blinded to other people's needs while focusing on your own, and that's complicated. It's a fine line to balance for having to do what's necessary to look after yourself versus being selfish and not considering how other people feel or trying to empathize with them. It's complicated. Anyhow, it all just kind of leads to him, like, part of the reason why he becomes a supervillain, and it's, you know, sympathetic enough that you can like the character, but not like his actions are justified. It's just like something that's more fleshed out, and you can see why he would become that. Basically, his own emotional needs are scorned? Yeah, let's go with that. And that just kind of leads to his spiraling descent. There we go. Ah, God, I love to yap. I love to yap. Anyhow, I think with all that said and done, let's get ready to play this game. To do a transition. Oh, but first. Get all this set up. Do. Ba-ba-ba-ba-dee-ba-doo. Okay, I was moving from then. I didn't panic for a second. Anyhow, transition. Doop. Hello, 4842. Welcome back, my pretties. Welcome, my pretties, those here with me live or jumping here via the timestamp on the VOD. Speaking of those timestamps, let me just put it down real quick. Both streams, like both of them, we have the vertical stream to try and get people in from the shorts feed, and where was I? The main stream. One that will stay listed after all's said and done. Oof, my brain is fried. Anywho. Oh yes, now it's time for the call to action. Be sure to do all the good stuff for streams, /VODs, and channel, including hitting the like buttons for the streams. Subscribing, hitting the bell, spamming out in chat with either comments, or the reactions they stole from TikTok, or if you're on the VOD. These reactions, anyway, or if you're on the VOD, leave a comment down below. And again, if you have the financial means to do so, consider the pay channel membership or the Patreon. What else was I thinking? Those on Twitch, be sure to follow, both of the streams on YouTube and subscribe over there. And those on YouTube, follow on Twitch. spam out a few comments in chat every now and again. Drop your Prime subs here if you got them. You can get them by connecting an Amazon account or Prime subscription to your Twitch account. And again, you've got the financial means too, so consider page channel membership or the Patreon subscription over on Twitch, but same diff. Anywho, be sure to follow me on all my platforms. You can find me my X-Rays One link to include my other channels, Saw Passion Projects, Exclamation Point Review YouTube, and my X-Rays One Discord server. I just launched a poll to determine what's going to replace Bo Path to the Teal Lotus. Alright, now, ooh, Forgotten Anne is in the lead with a woofy. That's nice. One vote there, but we also have a Hat in Time, Robocop Rogue City, and Hot West 2. If you're interested in any of those, vote. What else? Donations are a huge help, especially because we're approaching new season, but of course do not feel obligated to donate. Your time is only more than enough. I appreciate you being here live on the VOD. Thank you for your time. And speaking of time, be sure to complain, watch time, likes, and comments past YouTube VODs and YouTube shorts that come out daily. More of you do than average, a better perform than average, and the more likely to go viral. So be sure to add this playlist to your library on YouTube to stay up to date with them as they come out. Thank you very much. Now, I believe, without further ado, well, you know what, first, we'll throw that out again, because why not? Now, without further ado, let's get on with this game and hopefully get it done in a reasonable amount of time. Who knows, I may even have to do something to pad time if we can get it done quick enough. I wouldn't count on it. Hold on, let me see. 80 is this time. I'm feeling. Yeah, it's like first thing I noticed, like playing this game, like somebody else said, the speed at which time flies is very alarming. There's no way to pause the clock when it ticks. We still have access to the map. By design, you're supposed to. Well, the part of that is I don't want to feel stressed playing a game. Not this kind of stress. Like stress to get some accomplish something, sure, but just stressed by like a ticking clock freaks me out. It's not a fun experience for people to play. Anywho. Yes, I want to get over to here and to the Americas. Aha. Yeah, let's do that. I think this is actually cheaper than doing it all at once. That's it, we're doing it. Okay, so actually departing more, that's good. San Francisco, Hong Kong. Yokohama, okay. Scented candle, eh. Are we gonna be going there? No. And it looks like we're going to be going right past Hong Kong as well, so there's no point in doing any of that. Well, these are certainly routes one could take. Yokohama. How the bloody... Where the... It just says stuff sometimes, so it's like... How do you know what that means? Do-do... Like, can I see it on the map, please? Okay, Hong Kong. So we're not doing that. Not doing that. Departures. Yeah, this isn't how we're getting there. Seems like we're taking an express route here. Is that like a... Locations... So it's in... Okay. We're in... Where are we? Singapore, was it? Yeah. Where was I? Singapore to Drew. I guess there's gotta be a way to get there, but like, what end? Uh-huh. Latvia to do Singapore to Latvia, no. Singapore to Hong Kong. Well, I'm going here, so not gonna spoil myself to any events or whatnot, but arrivals, blah blah blah. Okay, so I could have gotten there from Yokohama, but maybe no way there. Departures to Singapore, no, not the way. Latvia, no. Panama City. Meh. Okay, from there I could go to Yokohama, but I don't need the money, so... And the bank's closed. Whatever, we'll just press on. Okay, so we have to be ready by 1 p.m. Okay. Nothing to do but pass the night. As night fell, tended to miss her. Night fell, tended to has shrunken slightly. Nothing new. Let us embark. Okay. Let us go. We took passage on a little steam yacht with a cargo hold full of Chinese silk parasols, which the captain assured me would fetch an exorbitant price in Melania. Are the ladies there so shy of the sun? I speak in Spanish. These pretty moneymakers are only passing through Melania, Captain Amaparo, a dark-eyed Filipinian of middle years, was unable to keep the glee from her voice. I will sell them to a trader for shipment to Acapulco, where the Mexican ladies will pay all the pin money for a month for just one gaudy parasol. Will you keep one for yourself? I could not resist asking. Me? She looked astonished. What use would I have for such frippery? I regarded her sensible attire and short hair. Sometimes impracticality is its own reward. Captain R laughed companionably. It's a skill I have never possessed or desired to. I slept well that night aboard the steam yacht, secure in the knowledge that it was being steered by the captain's steady hand. Conversations, greetings. Yokohama. You could I was told one could sail It seems impossible to me. Ginger tablets. Thank you. Melania. Port Mosby. Stonetown. Well, I'm past Colombo, I think. We had ill winds in the morning, but Cowder kept the crew calm and focused. Shouting on the language I do not know. Tagalog, perhaps as it was widely spoken in the Philippines. What's that? No, stop. Stop that. Stop making noise. I felt quite shaken about the storm. Shaken about the storm toss. We merely bobbed about a little. And to the water seethed, but the worst injury were some seawaters clogging my clothes. We not be delayed, Captain assured me, perhaps mistaking the cause of my obvious melancholy. My master will be pleased. I said, though I could not help cast another mournful look at the ruined shoes. The carpet caught the direction of my gaze and looked confused. My God, you're an utter dandy. Do you really care so much for your appearance? A gentleman is always presentable. I sniffed. I do not care for fashion's sake. Converse. Yeah. Has been... It has been replaced by airship. Yes! We can pick up the pace. Okay. Use hairbrush. They're good. Usual shirt. There we are. Thank you very much. Very good. In much better condition. Captain Ampero has taken to regarding me as though I was the oddest creature to ever take passage aboard a vessel, and she still looked thunderstruck when we reached our destination. Good luck in Melania, she said, tossing one of the parcels into my outstretched hands. They will hardly know what to make of you. Yes. Okay, we got trains. Oh my God, that's like one of the best ones. That's cleared out so many. Embark. Oh yeah, we can just go now. Okay. This is why I wish there was a time passing. Oh well, let's explore. Wait, where's this one going? We had the spy and government capital Melania at most inopportune time. The city's really suffered a major typhoon. And the effort at rebuilding has been stalled by an outbreak of the deadly cholera morbus. It originated with sailors of the steamer Aloras from the nearby town of Zambonga. That was the local room in any case. Infected savage were burned daily by the sanitary board with our hotel, one of the casualties. Telephone exchange. Taking mechanical horse return, concerned with the possibility of infection, I ensured that Mr. Fogg drank only boiled water. As recommended by John Stowe's article in the Medical Times Gazette, going to the lengths of preventing him from eating any uncooked foods for fear of contamination. From a I could see cots pulled high with the dead being taken from the mountain to be burned rather than infected in the churchyard, which put me in a morbid frame of mind. I went to the local telegraph office and sent a message. Dear ma'am? Earnest declarations, fair adoration. I will not tell you its peculiarities, but as they are private, and should remain between a man and his mother. I made my way back to Mature Frog under the fragrant coconut lamps, eager to part of the city of death. Oh, that might actually be better. Acapulco, I intended to do ensuring it do. Let's do it.
Queen Sally just raided with 5 viewers.
Oh, why thank you. Why thank you. Let me just commit to this choice because the clocks are ticking. Why thank you, Queen Sally, for raiding with all these wonderful viewers. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Also, gaming YouTube, there we are. Be sure to subscribe up on YouTube as well. We're getting so close. We're like 221 away from getting to 1,000, which gets ads on the channel. All hail the Queen of Halloween. Why, thank you. And hi to you as well, Queen Sally. Let's give you the good old shout out. At first I need to... where is it? Copy that. Mute this. How's the audio mix so I can mute on my end as well because of audio processing things. Mute that. In fact, yeah, we'll just unmute it there. Hope you're having a good day. What were you up to? The Sims 4. Oh.
Thank you.
What game is that?
Oh boy, I think you made them mad. There's a bunch more coming.
Is that Destiny? I have no idea what that is. Drinking while celebrating. Well, what were you celebrating? And I hope you're having fun. Oh, Warframe. That was going to be my next guest. Like, that's the two, like, spacey ones I know where you could possibly be roaming around like that in an open world to get tasks done. I have a nickel for every game I could describe like that. Anyway, what were you celebrating? Did you drown anybody in a pool? Which is the way for the sim games, apparently. Oh, divorce. Congratulations. Forgive me if I'm jumping the gun there. Anywho, let us unmute this game. This is 80 Days, inspired by the novel Around the World in 80 Days, though with a more steampunk twist. Well, congratulations then. I hope your freedom is everything you dream it to be. Where's the thing? There we are. We're gonna unmute. And yeah, right now we're like 30 days left to get to England. I think we're making good time. I can only hope this is able to pay off in some kind of way. We board the... Oh yeah, quick recap. Just what happened last time. If anyone didn't see, I should have done this sooner. But on our travels across the world, one of the last things we did was travel in an airship that, due to a conflict between the crew and the captain, and them getting in a fight over something, crashed horribly into the sea, trapping us within the airship, slowly sinking, and likely to die unless a rescuer came. Thankfully, the captain had married into a wealthy family, and the wife came looking. So, hey-ho, things worked out. Though, it was quite a harrowing experience. Now, let us press on. Now, we boarded the Reina Cristina, a Spanish Torres Cuivadu type airship, okay. Its gondola shaped to resemble of the infamous Spanish galleons of the previous century. Except in miniature and is richly outfitted. Filipino hardwood furniture, fusion silk curtains, and lacquered ornamental automata imported from China. I can resemble a fashionable salon more than an airship a breath. Greetings, herd mates. Passport, the journey treats you well? Honolulu? San Pedro. Never mind that, you can obtain a revolver in San Pedro, extremely valuable in New Orleans. So that connects to the continent of America. Okay, that's good. That's good. What must be? Goodbye. Our journey to Honolulu would take 4 days. The airship would refuel and go on without us. From there, we had other plans. Greetings, Captain. Honolulu. I've heard there's many Americans as Hawaiians there. San Pedro, Port Moresby, Petition Islands. No idea, but now the entire Peninsula was founded. I think, okay. Yes, the Philippine crew spoke a mix of Tagalog and Spanish, all mixed in with the Lascar sailors' chant, which utterly fascinated me. So what were you getting up to in The Sims? Were you having some fun? And thank you very much, Raiders. Again, be sure to subscribe on YouTube as well. I need to get that number up. I need it. I need it. Where is it right now at this exact moment? Let's see. 769, nice, but let's refresh the page and see. Ah, still 69. 31 actually, my bad. Away. Oh, so close, so close. So close, and I get ads on the channel. Anyway, let's get back to the game, which utterly fascinated me. Though I did not have the skill to understand it. Don't bother trying to learn it, the captain remarked in elegant Spanish. You need a sailor's heart to do so. Do you think I not possess one? I retorted. I would never dare presume, monsieur. He bowed, his short jacket pulling up to display a slice of perfectly right shirt. He added teasingly, many gentlemen would consider such an insinuation an insult. Many gentlemen are fools. And I wish you the best as well, Queen Sally. We should look into doing another collab in the future. It was fun. Aw, cute little moat. Yeah. Many gentlemen are fools, I remarked with perhaps too much honesty. Thankfully, the captain only laughed, his dark eyes glittering with mirth in the reflected sun. Truly, he said, I meet the most remarkable people. I was captain of an airship. Okay, there we are. Superb. Yeah, just gonna bump it. Yes, I would love to do one. We could plan one soon. I'm trying to catch up on what's it, like, the schedule slippage, but... I mean, yeah, if there's, like, any of the, like, the generic free-to-play games or what's it, multi-shooter ones, or if you have anything more specific. I've never played Warframe before. I've never done that. But I feel... Unless you have, like, something you want to shout out straight away, and it might be fine-tuning conversation meant for DMs, but still. If you have anything you want to shout out, let me know. Anyhow. A portrait of King Amendo, the first hung in one of the relatively unused quarters of Gonda, from which I surmise the captain was only indifferently devoted to his monarch. Ooh, which I was exploring in hope of finding a secret or two. And indeed, I stumbled across a small room set with a crucifix and altar. Clearly, someone aboard was literally a closet Christian. Over dinner, the captain told me about Honolulu, which we would stop on the morrow. If I believed his telling, it was and shock steaks. It was all ripe flesh squabs, and I'm sorry, it was a giddy paradise. Sadly, not Mac friendly. I'm stuck in that game. I'm on a PC, so if you're currently using a Mac, if that's what you meant. And now, a giddy paradise that could barely be real. As we settled down for the night, I was struck by an unrelated thought. Mr. The dateline. I've altered our watch already, Mr. Did you think I might forget? My master was, of course, correct. With an eye such as his, it was unthinkable that he might miss it. We reached the point directly opposite Greenwich. Imagine what might have happened had we forgotten. A less precise man than Monsieur Fogg might have finished on the 80th day and yet believed himself to have lost. Okay, there it is. Freshen him up again. We arrived into Honolulu Bay in good time, and the crew landed us. Then day 51, and we're still a lot closer, but then deflated the envelope to refill it. It was a while before we could retrieve our things. I watched them work. The efficiency was most gratifying. Men and women swarmed over the balloon as it fell on itself, jumping clear at the last moment, swinging away on a guy rope. Ropes that themselves were falling slack. Then we finally discharged from our duty as passengers, and the airship lifted away into the sky. Max cylinder, buffalo hide, I feel like we're past the point of needing any of those. It's only 130, might as well. No. Oh, why not? See if we can't sell that. Zelha lived in one indrawn breath, a reeling swath of sky, white lace waves, and pristine sound bounded by black volcanic bluffs. The town was entirely hidden behind groves of coconut and eucalyptus. There we are. Took a short tour. We rested in a comfortable palm-topped hut. There we are. By the shoreline, breathing the sea air and then trying to shake the weariness of the road. Back on teddygrams, lol. Yes! Come on, come on. Was that taking me? San Francisco, baby! That's where we're going. Oh, it's also one... Yeah, no. I'm gonna go forth. Yeah. 1,000 is what? Ah, God, we gotta do it. Bank. Come on. The manager. Haggard looking swing man. Would you like to take out the funds? 500 tomorrow, yeah. Oh, wait. $9 a.m. I don't think the bank will be open by then. Ah. What an oversight. I intended, yeah. Ups his health and also strengthens our relationship. Now, see, that was a problem. That's an oversight on my part. Well, nothing to do, but... yeah, okay, we seem to be doing good. We boarded a steam barge from Honolulu to San Francisco. The scent of ripe bananas pervaded every plank of decking and bulkhead. A sweet and delicious rooting odor which offended my trained senses. I became rather accustomed to on the voyage, much to the detriment of my keen sense of smell. Another victim of them. Oh, head smasher found dead. What? Well, that's... well, good, that's not involving us. Ah, I huffed my... attempted to convince my mouth that I eat fried kippers and potatoes at breakfast. Everything smells of bananas. Monsieur replied that he could not smell a thing, which I took to be his queerly English sense of humor at work. Still, if bananas were to be worth my trouble... worth my trouble aboard this boat, then that'd be no bad thing. San Francisco. There are many Chinese immigrants, okay. Las Vegas. I don't think so, my friend. Do you ever have children yourself? Someday. Should get a move on. Not getting any younger. San Francisco. Burlington? You mentioned trains. I've been told my father was in an accident aboard the Pride of the South from Lima to Austin. Oh. Oh, I'm so sorry. Wellington, Washington? Probably, but some buyers will pay well for German equipment from Washington. Okay. Washington. Have you heard that some buyers will pay well for revolvers from Washington? English poetry. Most generous. Burlington. Blah, blah, blah. Chemney? No idea, but they call Chemney the magic city of planes, okay? Atlanta? Okay. I woke in the middle of the night convinced that someone was in the cabin with me. I stayed very still and listened. It was a long, wave-lapped silence that I heard distinctly a dragging shuffle. I opened my eyes and looked up. My heart beating impossibly loud in my chest. In the darkness, I saw the sheer panic of eyes gazing vacantly into the distance. Monsieur Frog, I cried, and my midnight visor blinked and straightened and looked about the cabin in genteel surprise. What? He said calmly, pulling his dressing gown close. Am I doing in your cabin? You would know better than I, monsieur. Monsieur. I exclaimed passionately, rather upturned by his sudden appearance. He took a short breath. It seems I've been sleepwalking, he said, his voice almost tremulous. No idea if I pronounced that right. Anyhow, I have not done so since I was a child. Please accept my apologies. Would you like to stay for a while? I asked, sensing his agitation. I'm awake after all. He hesitated for a moment. I would like that, thank you. Again, the gay romance progresses. And now I attend to grooming him. A game of Katsunata with you. Capital. Captain Kalane was a heavily pregnant Hawaii woman who found Monsieur Frog's English accent a source of great mirth. Say something else, she demanded over breakfast. Please, Monsieur Frog. I distract her with some idle talk. My master cast me a grateful look. All a day's work for a valet of my unimpeachable caliber. Okay, I feel like he's just gonna propose by the end of all this. And now, 100. Yeah. I woke to find Frank knocking at my door and opened to find Monsieur Fogg actually wringing his hand. Passport, he said. Come quickly. I followed him with grim alacrity? Alacrity? I have no idea what the word is. Anyhow, certain that something truly unspeakable was it, and I was not wrong. My master opened the door to his cabin and revealed Captain Kalane, red-faced and moaning upon his bed. She turned her baleful gaze in our direction. I'm having my baby early, she hissed upon her upper lip. You must help me. Okay, what should I do? I had intended to ask a question, but it came out more like a shout. Will one of you hold my bloody hand, the other fetch some blasted water? I was ordered. I glanced at Mr. Foe, who said, I'll fetch the water, and left to do. Is the baby's father not aboard? I inquired, grimacing as she squeezed my finger so hard I feared it would be left with the pulp. He is at home. He's tending the farm. Can we get on? Mr. Fogg returned with a bucket of water, but our respite was short-lived. Cato parted her knees. One of you, she said authoritatively, must catch the baby. We did it together. We did it again. Mr. Fogg did not trust me not to drop it, and I did not trust Mr. Dodd not to faint clean away. After infinitely after an infinitely long, infinitely terrifying interval, which I had not the means to describe, I held a small, squalling, red-faced baby in my arms. I commandeered. I took off my own jacket and wiped the birth fluids from the baby face, calling it a worthwhile loss. Then I gave it to her. It's well, you can see for yourself, I said, into the sudden hush. The captor was sweaty and wild-eyed and utterly exhausted. She held the baby close to her chest and thought it was as though it was an infinitely precious thing. She began to sing to a little girl a song of whales and ocean waves and airships that hung like moons in the sky. Aww, that was beautiful. Aww, I'm gonna clip that. Captain Connor and I, indisposition the previous day did not delay us in the least. She had a well-trained and loyal crew who seemed to have collectively adopted her little girl as one of their own. I will call her Jean, Captain Kanina told us at San Francisco. You were excellent midwives. You are excellent midwives. I was overcome and ducked my head like a little boy from the countryside. The name suits her, madame. I said, she will wear it better than I have. I turned towards San Francisco Bay with renewed hope. After all, whatever challenge it offers could scarcely be more taxing than those we had just overcome. Arrives tomorrow. I want to get to, like, New York. So for now, we're gonna go back into here. We're gonna look at the market. I doubt we're getting to there, but you know. Meh. Meh. Nothing we super need. Oh, so where's New Orleans? It's down, isn't it? Yeah, Houston. And I want to go straight across as soon as possible. Come on. Yeah. Additional ways to go, thank you. San Francisco seemed less a city and more a ravenous beast bent on consumption of everything, even of itself, within the ever-expanding city limits. Enormous steam-powered drills and diggers flattened hills. The building works made it tricky to talk to anyone. Such was the infernal constant noise. I sloped towards recently constructed a long bridge, which was crowded with families out for a stroll and people fishing for silvery smelt with long poles. In the water was a jangle of rowing boats racing each other and boatmen taking passengers out to Mission Rock. Cheers and good-natured shouts emanated from a hallway house in the middle of the bridge. Halfway house in the middle of the bridge. Okay, I misread that, anyhow. I scoured the water for boats we might take, but there seemed to be none heading out. All were fishing. A man, red-faced and somewhat worse for the drink, bumped into me. I excused myself politely, and he made an apology in return, slinging an arm around my shoulders. Oh, hello. he exclaimed. You don't sound like you're from around here. You do not sound American either, I retorted. No matter. I was Dutch once in a past life, but now I'm as American as President Grant. This is a land of newcomers. You a prospector? I'm a traveler, I said. I'm traveling around the world, he laughed. Oh, yeah? And I'm a Navajo chief. I insisted on the truth. Sketching out in brief some of my adventures with my master. What, really? His eyes widened and he slapped his eye. That's incredible. A brown-skinned woman slipped her arm into his. I regarded her. She was wearing a ruffle walking dress in the latest European style, but with a short tasseled jacket embroidered. There we are. Jesus. God. Sometimes it's just like you've never seen a word written down before, and I've only heard it spoken aloud. Embroidered. With the patterns of a tribe. Ah, my manners. He shook his ruby face. I'm Anders, and this is my wife, Jenny. This is a beautiful jacket, I complimented, bowing my head. I made it, Jenny replied with a tiny wicked smile. I'm very skilled with a needle. I hesitated, the obvious question about her origins on the tip of my tongue. I swallowed back the question, though clearly with visible effort, and she laughed with a full-throated pleasure. I am of the Modoc tribe, what the New Americans call Indians. Jenny rolled her eyes. I do not mind your surprise. Most of my tribe have been taken to Kalamath Reservation in Oregon. But you are not with them, I observed, releasing my fox pass at the words stumbled from my unthinking lips. Jenny sucked in a deep breath. I left my tribe, she whispered. Why, hello there, Orange Lover. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Be sure to hit the like button on the vertical stream, and if you care to join the main one, I gladly welcome you. So feel free to hang out wherever. Now, where was I? I left my tribe, she whispered, and squeezed her hand. I fell in love. In this world, women leave their families for their husbands. I made a home of my choosing, which is more freedom than my tribe can claim. Anders whispered something in Jenny's ear, and she laughed, though I feared I had opened old wounds with my prying questions. I nodded and found my way back to Mr. Fogg, who was sitting drinking tea with a disconsolate frown. It tastes like soap, you remarked, but would say no more. I had just Chinatown to eat. It was a warren of crowded wooden brick houses, temples, businesses, herbalist laundries, and market stalls selling fruits and flowers. But illuminated the streets. I regarded the people with some interest. I was interested in conversation. I don't know which way to go here, so let's move this over here. And yeah, 1 to 5 for the first one, and corresponding going down. So that's a 15. So 1 to 5. That would be the third one, if I remember correctly. Yep. I was interested in conversation, so I decided to approach a young man with a Q ponytail. Who was relaxing outside a small shop with arms outstretched. He seemed to me to be a wrestler. Despite his slender frame, his arms were heavily muscled. His name was Jing Hao. and he was enjoying his single day off from working on a transcontinental railway to New York. Is the line done? I asked, and he shot me a weary look. Nearly, but no. Outlaws keep stealing lengths of track. It is open to the public as far as Burlington. Still, I should not complain. At least I have a job. What would he do once the raid was complete? Alas, I had little time to ponder this, as I had to bid him a string and return to my master. Let us embark. Yeah. We were lucky to arrive in San Francisco just in time to catch the inaugural journey of the Transcontinental Express, which would take us to New York in 8 days, with only a handful of stops along the way. Oh, I'm gonna keep... I'm gonna... Salt Lake City. Cheney. Oh, on the subject of China, I heard no one can travel across aboard the Canadian Pacific Railway from New York to Ottawa. But the fare is worth saving up for. What a question. Still, some buyers will pay for the evening jackets from Oman. I suppose I have to... But tell me, I suppose you don't have any idea who my father is. Apologies. Oh no, don't worry, you will. Seems unlikely to me. Cheney, Atlanta. Not sure really, but mentions Havana, blah 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 blah. English poetry. You're too kind. City Dallas. Seems unlikely to me. Goodbye. Okay, so we did get some info here, but doesn't matter. This can and will take us straight to New York. We've got the Transcontinental Express. The first day aboard was enjoyable enough. American trains could clearly not compete with their European counterparts, but it was amusing to see them try. The posters proclaimed Pullman's Palace sleeping cars. They're more like places to keep cattle. And while not palatial, in the slightest, they were at least serviceable. We sipped cool beer as we rattled through a long stretch of desert in the shadow of a tall mountain. I attended to Monsieur Fogg, and his delicate stomach, which was not entirely better today. What is it, master? Health. I'm fine. May say we are indeed wealth. You made excellent decisions. One of our fellow passengers was a curious mix of a gold and silver prospector. Homesteaders, farmers from all corners of the world, Mormons, missionaries, and soldiers, and stiff-necked gentry of various sorts. I gave a young black woman with a deep red bonnet and an infectious laugh a wide smile. Her name was Diana. I am meeting my husband in Chennai, she told me. He did this construction work in New York, but New York isn't safe anymore. You have enough money to move. How long have you been apart? tilted her head and tugged on the bonnet charmingly. "Oh, 10 years," she said breezily. "I'm working in rich white ladies' houses in San Francisco, and he's been constructing buildings in New York. We've only just scraped enough money to live together." She smiled, nearly glowing with happiness. "Where else can one go but New York?" I asked, thinking of our journey ahead. "New Orleans," she replied. "You can take the paddle boat down the Mississippi from Burlington," she laughed. "Though New Orleans is dangerous in its own way." We talked relationships with Frogshower. Okay. Monica. Are any of these valuable here? I don't think so. I guess this. I'm not selling that. I guess that's like more than I paid for it, so sure. Okay, looking across the plain, secretly looking for a glass of wine or a cup of coffee, and enjoying the moment of silence. At this peaceful town, I was approached by a young lady with a sign. "May I join you?" "By all means," she smiled. "I heard you're a traveler. I heard that you're going around the world." "I warn you, I am not a Phileas Fogg." "I warn you, I'm not Phileas Fogg. I'm making the mistake. Imagine Estelle from the Blue Lion out of Nice. Then you are the man for the passport. The San Francisco Chronicle did a full profile on you both. You're international news." That may skew my massive experiment in our favor somewhat. He intended to show our journey would be possible under normal circumstances. More anxious than tired. We are nearing our journey's end. "You are barely halfway around the earth," the girl replied. "Is it not still the greater rank to the cross?" We will travel in an airship, I should think. I told her airships can cross the ocean in just a couple of days. It's less than it takes a train to cross America, she shook her head. The last 30 years, we have irrigated this valley, planted crops, and built half of our temples, she said. Meanwhile, the rest of the world is building a town out of an entire country, Gunnar said. And you wish to travel? She fell silent for a moment. I realized I had reached the heart of the matter. With all my heart, but what my family are doing here and what they are building is too important. It needs every hand and every heart to make it fly. But if all else were different, then why I would hang onto your coattails like a shot, Monsieur, and ask you to show me the shores of Europe. Then you should come. No, Monsieur, I should not, she replied, shaking her head. I cannot pretend my desires come above the needs of my people. After all, she added candidly, you hardly follow your own desires, do you, Monsieur? I am loyal to my master. In a sense, am I. The evening was wearing on. The young lady rose and bid me farewell and bon voyage. I watched the girl, feeling suddenly curiously old. In 100 years, I wondered, What curious historians make of our adventure? Very little, I suppose. Days. Oh, 60 months, you murmured. A night in his sleep. Still some distance yet to travel. Let's explore. Train stopped again in my head. The land was well cultivated. Large ranches of fields of wheat and corn bordered the hedges. Bordered the hedges of the wild world and clumps of acacias. Okay. For a Mormon colony, I was surprised by the lack of churches. A few large buildings stood. An arsenal of courthouses and half-built central temple. I knew little of the Mormon faith, but was naturally intrigued by polygamy. Yeah. How would such a society function? I could not imagine, but I learnt a few answers in my meanderings about the town. Groups of ladies stood about talking. To the untrained public eye, it does not appear very different from the norm. Whatever the norm is. I am not sure now what I had been expecting to see exactly. After all, I even wonder about how the Mormons might view Parisians. With the culture of monogamous marriage and furious anger at the rather common practice of adultery. Eventually, I grew tired of the culture and refused to do the differences, so I went to the cafe anyway to those vlogs. Okay. Yeah, let's go. So a long journey eastwards across the continent. Good verse. Good day, monsieur. Burlington. Omaha. Apologies. Maybe better some Albuquerque. No. Good day. No. New places. Today, a fellow with a painfully trimmed mustache and an impeccable suit approached me outside the lavatory. I nodded at him companionably. And then his lips parted in a contained grin. I am Flex Granger, he said. You are a puzzle. I was flattered. Monsieur Moore, humble passepartout. I am no more of a puzzle than the sun's rise in the east. Truly, I'm the simplest of men. Oh no, do tell me how you came to be on the transcontinental. Thereby hangs a tale, I can tell, good sir. It seemed a probing question, which made me immediately suspicious of his motives. I made some non-committal answer, but he pressed me further, and I finally excused myself with some fabricated errand. What a strange, ill-mannered fellow. Oh, bugger. Health? Ellington. Goodness, I can't do what I know for certain. Very good. For a few hours in the evening, with the trimmed mustache fellow disembarked to talk with his 6-foot-tall woman who wore the latest sim-tan skirt. To her husband, we watched. We watched none the wiser at the luncheon, I asked. one of the women homesteaders, who informed me that she was, still Hobbit and Morris, a justice of peace, and intended, and indeed one of the first in America. She sniffed, honestly, somewhere. What's wrong with being a wife and a mother, I asked you. The thin mustache fellow boarded the train again for the last whistle blew. His face, Wellington. Still most of it landed to New Orleans. Bye. Held up by outlaws, they dragged the tree trunks over the line and forced the train to a halt. Before boarding and brandishing pistols in the air, they went the carriage is demanding valuables. I looked at my master, who had a certain glint in his eye. I did not doubt that he wished to resist the outlaw's demands. Being a man with the deepest respect for the law, lead bandit fired his gun at the air. The name, he declared, is Jesse James. Now give me everything you've got. Saber lifted an eye. I moved to draw my revolver. The man knocked my hand aside. Let's all keep calm, shall we? He advised. No. I handled my orders. At least I did not keep all our money in the same purse. Monsieur James smiled, a toothy smile, and tossed me 10 pounds back in return. The saber point moved on. Now is at Mr. Show's neck. What about you? I jumped to his aid. He is my gentleman. I carry his possessions for him. Is that so? The outlaw declared. So I should technically be taken from you twice, should I? I hit him. Knock out Jesse James. Not a heavy hunt, but enough to send him reeling a touch, and then Miss Farrar, with a swoop, batted him over the head with a trunk and threw the man out the carriage. Through the window, I saw him being picked up by a group of rather surprised soldiers who waved a thank you. The steam engine restarted. Do we get our money back, baby? Soon our way, not much worse for wear, although our valuables were impounded as evidence. We did not have time to wait for the case to come to trial, but the officers compensated us a little, to the tune of over £1,000. A kind fellow passenger gave me some spare shoes, and a few hours later we reached Bedington. In this bark, gratefully, your funds have gone down substantially. Yeah, it was still good. I mean, yeah, okay, now we lost 2,000, went up 1,000. That was strengthened, yeah. We have a cap, Give me another way out to the the Mississippi River and head to the department along with the steamboat padded up the Dew. The construction and burning railway route had caused a tumbling influx of Chinese and Irish laborers to the town, where many of them drank and generally had a good time. Good times were a scarce commodity in Bellington. Or so it seemed. The town distinguished itself in its memory as a place where I managed to burn one of Monsieur's shirts. It was not terribly understanding. I showed him the faulty iron, and he acknowledged that I had not caused the accident through lack of skill, a great concession in foggish terms. We placed a passenger with our 80-day deadline looming. Every sunset seemed to carry extra weight. With the remainder of a day, I washed and hung the linens. Why, hello without a name. Thank you for stopping by. Be sure to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, sub and hit the bell. To do wash and hung our linens, better prepare ourselves in a little bit of water. Come on. Bugger. In 2 days? There's like no other way from here to there? We need to do it. It's expensive, but we need to do it. I mean, that's not somewhere we need to be heading? Okay, that departs tomorrow at 6 p.m. That opens at 11. We kind of need that for later. Yeah, for later. Houston and Atlanta, we're not getting any of those. Not getting into any of those. We can sell for $4.50 if we need to. Guarded the man to do locate the ingredients. You wish to make a withdrawal to do 1,000 tomorrow. Need to contact London, of course. Okay. Pass the night here. Curses. On my master's pocket watch. Okay. Do. 6 p.m. we just wait till 11 and then we go straight to New York. Yeah, I can't believe it took 2 hours to collect funds. Anywho. Okay, it's one at a time. Okay. Delightful. Embark. Come on. Oh, it's gonna be a close one. We boarded the Dark Queen, a twin-deck, 6-boiler sternwheeler bound to New Orleans. Mississippi was famed for the luxury of the steamboat, but also for the unfortunate tendency towards catastrophic boiler explosions. Ooh. I felt lucky, though, and quite certain that nothing ill would befall us on the journey to the Crescent City. We will certainly do a good turn, will we not? Morning. New Orleans, New York. On the subject of trains, I heard that my brother wants to do from Chicago to Winnipeg. Okay. New York, London. Do you know the quickest way from here to London is via Washington? Washington. Well, some buyers will pay for armor, but now our captain is as arrogant. What do you think? Yeah. Pay for soul, or do us good. Washington. Dallas, I guess, sure. Miami, yeah, whatever. Goodbye. The common rooms and lounges of the Dark Queen were full of gamblers enticing passions, the games of dice and cards. The boat had been passing more and more regulations, and the cheats and crooks had all fled to the unregulated waters of Mississippi to ply their trade. A fool and his money is a shameful business, and one Mr. Fogg disapproved of thoroughly. Coercing a man was the same as stealing from him. Captain was clearly quite cozy with the gamblers and had something of the attitude himself. I'll wager I can get us to New Orleans 3 days rather than 4, he shouted to the room. We could use an extra day, and the captain seemed quite sure of himself. £100 on it. Yeah, I called. The captain whooped before looping off to the engine room. Watch and learn, my friend. You'll see a record made today. Greetings, Captain. Passport, you slimy dog. New Orleans, Washington. Washington, New York, okay. New York, London. I wouldn't be surprised if the quickest way to go to London from here is to go via Washington. Okay. Whatever you say. London Soden. Playing cards. A marvelous cut. Washington. Dhaka. Lem. 14 days left, oh my. Captain Latour ordered the capillary to play a tune as he mustered the crew and gave them the orders to push the engines to the maximum level. The coal shoveler scowled and the extra work involved the captain ignored. Dark Queen seemed competent enough, but as the boilers whistled and screamed, the ship began to make ominous kneeing noises. Where was I? I offered to help shovel coal and stripped to my shirt sleeves. Keep shoveling, Captain. Tapping diesels will be New York and New Orleans by sundown. When something began to make a screaming noise, I turned and looked about astern. The expelled rise from a crack in the middle, and then, man, the boiler wheel exploded. The entire ship seemed to shudder and convulsed, and the sailors screamed and whelped and burned. It was hell, in literal rather than metaphorical sense. I was right to it. We did not reach New Orleans that day. I wonder if we ever would. I mean, we've got nothing but good ones, so. None of the sailors died just there. Some no doubt wish they had, and much. Captain Len moaned the ship and organized boats to take them to the doctors. Monsieur and I, and there's no music or laughter in those decks. Even though it played in respectful silence. What a waste this is. I said to Mr. Fogg, Mr. Mean thought we took a gamble, and this time he lost, that's all. But your gambling man said, I think it is here. I visited the same day. Okay. Well, I accidentally skipped through that. Oh, no. I'm merely calculating odds. Okay. Okay, 11 days. I think we're boned. New Orleans. Havana. Money. Very good. Yeah. Captain okay, see us off. Been there. I was thinking the wager taught me caution. He said, but she has the city. I could not take his money and gave it back. Spend it on your men, I said. Strengthen slightly. Okay. Negotiate. Well, we've not made our way over there yet. And we're going to New York anyhow, so... I don't like this. Jenny. One day, yeah, come on. You offered to buy me a doo-doo. I met Death and spoke with a red up bar New Orleans, Jasmine, and he offered to buy me a bourbon. Perhaps in 20 or 30 years. I applied archery as some of the other patrons figured. Death pulled off his mask to reveal handsome, cheerful features. I have no idea what that's and dark green eyes, and then extended a skeleton hand to me. A fine costume, I remarked, monsieur. Merci, monsieur. I am Death at our neighborhood Mardi Gras. I am practicing my role. He took my preferred hand and brought the back of it to his lips for a gallant kiss. He flicked me a rather unmistakable look under his dark lashes. Yeah, I pretended not to see it, or not to see her tilt to his mouth and then laughed. You must call me Octave, monsieur. I am Percival. I dipped my hands, had slightly, an appellation as well as a burden. Then I will choose another for you. A special name for you and me tonight. Lorette. For you look like a Lorette. Lorette and Octave. I agree. That sounded like an intriguing pair, but still needs to work as a servant for the family man. Oh, Jesus. Sarah and indeed still worked as a servant of a man. Are you happy working for them? I demanded, trying to imagine myself in his ways. Young Claude is a whore, and elite little better, but little Henry is still a sweet child. He carded a hand through his thick black hair. There are my half-siblings through the papa. Then he is your papa as well? I said with a dawning horror. I would not say that, he corrected. He may have sired me, but he was my owner and not a father to me. Sure you want more from life than servitude. I have my life, don't I? His eyes flashed with anger. I joined the 1st Lieutenant National Guard after New Year was captured by the Union. I still wake up some mornings not sure if I'm alive or dead. You are alive. I reassured him, reaching out to his order. Octave wiped the anger from his expression with the ease of a long practice and smiled a slow, dazzling smile. You look sad, monsieur. What a fool am I to confess these things to you when I would rather see you smile. A confession could be cathartic. Oh, monsieur, he turned to me. Would you absolve me if I were to confess my sins? You are incorrigible, monsieur. You must leave a trail of broken hearts behind you. You are toying with me. He laughed dramatically. I am utterly in your thrall. An intriguing notion to have death in my thrall. Alas, the hour had grown late, and we had to part. Octave walked me up a river to the border of the Grand District, where Monsieur Fogg had taken lodging among the Meribadu, the Moonshun. Oh, why not? You know, yeah. Yes. Yes. Straight there. Wednesday. Oh my god, we could do it. We can do it. The Pedimont airline from New Orleans was not in fact an airline at all, but according to its advertisement, the fastest railway in America. What could be better? For getting us to the edge of the Atlantic, winning our bet would now require a miracle, but we still had every chance of a decent showing. Converse. New York, Washington, New York, London. I have nothing to say. Clear City? That's playing cards. Ottawa? You be quiet. Now tell me, are you headed back to Europe? No. Not directly, I fear. Think you're settling down elsewhere? Houston. Goodbye. Straight there, straight there, straight there. We set ourselves in a carriage with one other occupant, an extremely large man who introduced themselves as Charlie Sullivan, a lad from Marianne who had grown into something the size of a warehouse building, who was most impressively sculptured. Especially around the neck and upper arms, his mustache were nonetheless perfect. I asked him what had taken him to New Orleans. And he grunted boxing. You found a competition, I interpreted. There was an exhibition. I won. 3rd round knockout. I gulped. Mr. Frog, interested had been increasingly sharply throughout the conversation. You are trained, he demanded keenly, or self-taught? I've got a manager. He tells me what to hit. Excellent, answered Mr. Todd. I want to hear all about it. I sat back and enjoyed the conversation. The details of boxing are more intricate than one expects. Of ruffian's torture, and hearing the business of cuts and thrusts. In Sutherland's so varying English tones was quite informative. Little did I know how the details I heard would come to be of use to me. Well. Tickets, please. New York, London. Let's just say there's neither banknotes nor market in Snowden. But answer, Do you play football? Yes. I'm trying to start a league back home. New York. Do. Goodbye. Okay, let's leave that at that. That Mr. Sullivan, that Mr. Sullivan will, I think, go very far indeed, Mr. Fogg opined, as I brought him kippers from the dining cart. He seemed to have the physique. He seemed to have the physique I suggested. Not just the physique, my master replied. Physique is not the secret. His description of the transfer of weight from foot to foot was very well understood. So you are a boxer, monsieur? I saw the shutter of his conversation beginning to come down. I went to school, yes. You boxed as a child? He stiffed. The suggestion had been he had ever been a child was, I quickly saw, well beyond the pale, even one as image as I. You should fight him, he said. I laughed at my master's joke. But monsieur, as ever, was not joking and looked at me with some surprise. Is something the matter? Forgive me, it sounded as though you said I should fight Monsieur Sullivan. Indeed. You need to be alarmed. I can teach you to box. I rolled back my sleeves. I'm sure you can, monsieur. And I'm a quick lawyer. At least I thought, somewhat confident in nature. Excellent, monsieur. But as paper, I arranged for a space in the guard's van. Come. When had he done this? I do not know. I merely followed, and there was Sullivan, stripped to the waist, doing warm-up exercise. I greeted him with a thick leather mouthguard. Sullivan, I declared. Immediately, as I removed my own shirt and tried to listen as my master provided some pointers, and then the fight began. Sullivan was a tough opponent, and if he chose to swing hard, he would brain me useless unless I defended myself. But he would not be able to slug at every swing, so I'd have to pick the moment to attack. To begin with, I kept my guard up, matching a demonstration from across the car just as Sullivan punched hard. The blow landed against my defense. I shook off as best I could. A small crowd gathered to watch the fight and murmured with excitement. Strength and stamina are different, Monsieur called to the side. Your strength will come back if you swing lightly. But your stamina, once gone, will leave you out cold. I jabbed. A quick decisive move while Simon made a quick jab. I overpowered him, landing a sting. We both still lively, although he was faring a little better than me. Watch, the next swing may be harder, my master called. But my defenses, once more protecting my face, Sullivan lifted his defenses, which circled each other nervously. Neither one was badly worn, though he was looking better than me. Well, I've regained some muster from that block, my master shouted, so be warned. He's making the swing. I kept my guard up. Yeah, just a punch hard. I cut my punch neatly. We are still both in each other, I heard. I heard and saw the money changing hands. Spectators were betting. I saw Sullivan's shoulders move back. He's making the block. So don't swing too hard. Jab. Decided I knocked him back a little. We all both though he was looking better than me. Move this weight back. Let's see. I saw him shift up on his tiptoes. I think that means he's gonna throw a light punch, right? There's no way, like, you want your footing firm to throw a heavy punch. Would it be worth... next up on my defenses, one more. Sullivan left his defenses. We circled. That's just benefit for the power of Google. Boxing. Can I learn anything from that? Contact requires that you drive off the back of your foot, at least in some ways, so the boxing bounce is important. No. Now the bouncing, to change rhythm, a confusing opponent. Okay, so whatever they're doing is going to be quick, so I'm going to take a heavy punch. That might be silly of me. Let's try. Back across the grin. An excellent hit, Mr. Declared. A little blood leaked from his... I could hardly believe it. I was winning. Sullivan was almost ready to drop. You won't be able to swing like that again. Won't be able to throw a, you know, I'm gonna throw a heavy punch. Become an American boxing champion. There we go. Next, I threw a heavy one, putting all my weight behind the blow, just as Sullivan does a stinging punch. I got my blow and landing a sting. Sullivan spat about and fell backwards on the floor, defeated. Generous hands scooped me up into the air. Excellent showmanship, Beam, displaying a final burst of character. Most of her. Sullivan was rubbing the side of his and cruising in a version of English, cursing in a version of English I did not recognize. I shook his hand as he was carried to a compartment to lie down. I believe this makes you the lightweight champion of North America, Mr. Frog remarked. More to the point, we won a little fare from a raider or two. 2,000 pounds, in fact. I'm in service, journey. 8 days. London. Very good. I woke still smarting from my boxing match with Sullivan, and my master most generally decided he would fetch us breakfast. You're most kind, monsieur. Indeed. And we cannot have you dropping the tray. He would turn up black coffee and well-buttered turts. Most considerate choice to bring a Frenchman. At least so I thought, until he began to eat the toast himself and drank the coffee in a slap. Arrived in London late today. I struggled to lift the cases with my tired arms, and we staggered off the train. Okay. Market, sell this. Thank you. Yeah. Nothing else here. Come on. Embark. Open luggage. Embark. Go. Am I gonna do it? Am I gonna do it? We board the airship, converted to a transatlantic mail carrier. We reached London 3 days following any unexpected delays. We have strengthened slightly with time to spare. Time to spare. And I can get that roll I wanted now. And this. We cannot afford a single day to lose. I'm most satisfied about what I wanted to do. The ocean tore beneath us. I enjoyed talking to no one. There was nothing I needed to know, no one to charm, but that were guided to give us aid. There was only the wind and the time, and we could control neither. Perspert, my master demanded, make us go faster if you would. I approached the captain. Fast, you say? It can be done, but would destroy the engines. We want no risk, we want no danger. I promise you we'll be in London in 2 more days. Your cousins are much appreciated. Mr. Fall looked out the observation deck window below, perfect calm, as though we were not, with every passing moment, drawing closer and closer to London. My nerves were in shreds, and I was nearly chewing the rails in anticipation. I spent the remaining time watching every possible danger. One eye on the crew, the other on the ship, ready to react to the slightest trouble, but nothing broke the peacefulness of our day. Yes. We tethered the airship in Hated Park and felt, for the first time in 74 days, the feel of English soil under our shoes. At long last, we had returned to London, and in time to win the Rager. That's what I'm talking about. Travel the world to visit at least 20 cities in a single trip, complete the day in 8 days or less. Return. I seized my master by the collar and threw him onto this steam carriage on the banks in this berth, throwing 50 pounds at the driver. From holding the driver's throat, telling the driver we are earning business to do. Do a full climb, I shouted. Oh, and you have another 50 when we arrive. Now drive. There's no need for such unseemly haste, Purser, my master noted. As the streets of London seemed comforting and familiar. As they flashed past my well-traveled eye, the carriages were mostly horse-drawn, and the gas lamps, rather than electricity light, were... And the gas lamps, rather than electricity, lit our way as we reached down Palmar. The carriage barely started to a steam hissing stop before I dragged my master from his seat to the steps of an imposing doors of the Reform Club. I released him only when we reached the great saloon where my master's erstwhile friends stood from their chairs, gaping in an attitude of great shock. Mr. Fogg only straightened a little and said in a calm voice, "Gentlemen, I'm here." The room erupted into cheers, and... Where had the crowd come from? Where had the crowd come from? Had they followed us inside from the street? I had scarcely noted them. I realized, as though a spell had suddenly broken, that we had succeeded. And my master had won £20,000. With 4,000 we began. The debt built up from the banks along the way and our remaining funds was a profit of over 18,000. Hardly a meager sum. My heart began to beat again, and I saw for the first time the Grand Interior Reform Club, the heavily mustached men serving behind the bar, the crowds who had forced their way into the club. To witness a momentous occasion. The journalist in dark blue bayonet caught my eye. And you must be the loyal Philip Pascal. Ah, madame, you have a sharp eye, for indeed I am. I bowed with a flourish. Evelyn is feverishly following Phyllis Fogg's progress in the papers. She swept her gaze over me and scribbled furiously in her notebook. Your master will be tomorrow's headline. I'll eat my hat. It is a fine hat, I agreed. She laughed. Then I'll be glad not to have eaten it. I pushed my way through to Monsieur, who had nearly been swallowed by the congratulatory crowds. Anyhow, you have won the bet, Monsieur, and I seized my master by the hand and shook it. As though saying it aloud once more would make it real. As though your 2 weeks are not merely a master and servant. Monsieur Fogg pressed my hand warmly and did not remark even once upon the impropriety of my gesture. Indeed, though his gaze did not so much as waver or soften, I believed he welcomed the chance to shake my hand. Any gentleman would be fortunate to call you his valet, and you have been a worthy companion to me besides, Monsieur Fogg said, and I knew from that from him there could be no higher praise. Mr. Fogg, the bailiff cried, interrupting our conversation. Hello, the Dino King. Be sure to hit the like button on both that one, and if you're kind enough to join the mainstream, that as well. Hope you're having a fantastic day as I'm wrapping this game in 6 days to spare. Suck it. It's... Yes. It's been a while since I've seen you over on the YouTube. As opposed to Twitch. Anyhow. Oh, that's a shame. But still, this is also useful for me. I need the watch time over here. And all the likes. Anyhow, if you see in the pin tab, this is a vertical one to like pull people in from the shorts feed. And you can hang out there if you like, but there's also like the main stream that will stay listed after we wrap. Ah, hey. Thanks for the hearts. Anyhow, the blue-headed cried, interrupting our conversation. What next for the great adventure of Phyllis Fogg and his loyal valet, Tout. I have no idea how to pronounce the name. My master looked at me. I returned the glance. I have always wondered what is at the center of the earth. I looked around at faces of the astonished crowd and quirked an eyebrow. Anyone care to make a wager? Mr. Fogg refrained from rolling his eyes. I believe, he said, with a great air, that tonight I will have supper and go to bed. Come, brother, it grows late. Yes, Mr. Fogg. I followed him, I said, and followed him. Journey around the world is complete. Celebrated Englishman, Phyllis Fogg wins round the world wager. Journey completed in 74 days despite seeking airship off the coast of Singapore. Exploding Mississippi paddle steamer and American train robbers. That's what I'm talking about. Manner flamboyant. Letting remarkable. Relationship with Fogg comfortable. Cities visited, okay. Favorite airship, yep, indeed. Okay, continue. Well, gonna quit that. That was enjoyable. That was really nice. Let's go to the close-up. I am curious. Let's see if the wiki mentions anything about this. Cause I just want to see. Characters, transport, no scenarios. Yeah, I'm just curious what the relationship can be like with him. It just says comfortable, but character, yeah, trivia. Fog is based on the character of the same name in the original Jules Verne novel the game is based on. Around the world in a day, he draws most of his personality from him being fussy, stiff-lipped, but interested in making impulsive gambles. The growing self-sort is Villette and the story progresses. That's nice. Fuck guys in though it isn't clear the well, no, hold on, but as it expanded on novel with the potential for them to have become much closer friends or even pass it have romantic feelings from over time, but these feelings can be expressed is as Fog dies in a failed North Pole expedition, though isn't clear if it reciprocated. Is it possible to romance him? It's not all things in the game Pazzo is in love with him. But even on the polar expedition, nothing happens. Yeah, let's see about endings. When the way when two endings will turn without North Pole has a mantis, blah blah blah. The two meet again at a contest. Chooses to stay with the game and lose the wager, win the ranger, blah blah blah. Arriving on or before they will board the carriage to London. On the first one, player may choose between regardless of choices. And during the journey, and helped her take then deciding to go back to London, Pazzo noticed the black girls between the sibling crowds. And that Chris would take your picture, go on to be in London, blah blah blah. Anyhow, this ending is triggered by arriving in London before the 60th day. The paper Fog returns with time to spare. Meh. Turn without okay. Blah 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 blah. Okay. I mean that was a very enjoyable game. A very enjoyable one. I really, really, really like that. Now, what the time to spare to get a thing. Need to go to the bathroom and decide who I'm going to be raiding out to. So, to that end, back to Twitch. I'm just gonna play the clips for a moment, and then I'll be right back. Oh, did I not add it here? I didn't. I want to raid out it. Going well. I really enjoyed this game. Well, there was also the electricity went out, but yeah. Bathroom. Be right back. It's just this whole yes and rule thing is my TH. Okay. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. Let us continue on. In we go. Come on. Let's see. Oh, dang. Oh, my. Okay, we're just going to drink up. Oh, come on, hit it, hit it. Oh boy, drink. Bye-bye. Okay. As per usual, glintstones are the only good one.
Distilled immortality and a key that opens a world with no lies. A key that
Well,
unlocks
then you look very pretty today, good sir. So petty.
Try spectacular. You'll be picking your jaw up off the floor when you see it.
Right. Well, while I'm waiting, think you could shock that big guy in the sky? That would be useful.
That it's Japan to nothing, okay. For some reason, the more I think about it, the interactions remind me of that show I've watched one episode of that want to watch more, Vicious, starring, oh god. I can't remember the actors' names, but what's it, the Lord of the Rings wizard guy, whoever played that, and, Jacob Jabi or something, or... Yeah, so yeah, electricity went out, which was inconvenient, but then playing this, really good, really enjoyed it. This is a good game, And for those that enjoy that kind of thing, it has a lot of replay value. Not exactly the kind of thing I do for multiple playthroughs, but the option is there, and it could be interesting to see all the various different paths one might take. I do hope there's like a roguelike element to it where it's like more stays unlocked, you know? Yeah, like certain routes just permanently stay there so you can like plan ahead, but oh well. Let's see. We'll share this one final time. Way that goes. Let's see, who should raid over here? Live raid direct to somebody. Okay, it's been a hot minute since I've raided into them. Let's do that save. To do, open a new window. The tab. Close. Enable auto end. But you know, first and foremost, I should be doing the final call to action. Well, actually, you know what? I think like the one will do. I'll give more just a rundown version real quick. Hit the like button for the various things, sub and bell, spamming stuff for engagement, channel membership and Patreon, or what's it, channel subscription if you're on Twitch, follow on Twitch, Prime subs, so on and so forth, good stuff, Linktree for all my stuff, new poll in the Discord, be sure to vote in that ASAP. What else? Donations are a huge help, but for a new season coming up, but do not feel obligated to do so, your time is already more than enough. Appreciate you being here live on the VOD. Speaking of time, hello Minfure Eevee. Unfortunately, we're just about wrapping up, but I'll be raiding into somebody, so if you want to stick around for that, be sure to hit the like button, join the Discord if you're new, and yeah, thank you very much for stopping by. Anyhow, add this the playlist for the shorts on YouTube. Seriously, it's the best way to stay up to date with them, and the more of you do that, the better the channel performs overall. We're still like 231 away from getting ads on the channel. And make it so high, oh well. Yeah, how are you doing, Eevee? I hope you're having a good day. And now it's time for me to find somebody to raid over on Twitch. But first and foremost... Wait, did I pass it? Yes, I did. Raid message for you guys. Auto stop for this. Make sure there's a live redirect for this. There is. Okay. Find somebody to raid to. On the hero side, I'm sleeping. Oh, I know that one. Maybe. I mean, okay, Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. Why not? Why not? Anyhow. Bad news, of Storm Yeager 146 dead men. I'm sorry to hear that. I also don't know if that's a real person or a reference or something. Still, best wishes. Aw. And then miss. What the bloody hell is? In Vietnam. Oh no. Oh, the storm just hit there. Oh, my, that's heavy news. Best wishes, then. Oh, congratulations. Congratulations, though, YouTubers, rather, be sure to be liking the YouTube streams, even if you watch on Twitch. Really helpful. Anyhow. Now it's time for us to get ready to raid out. So now it's time for me to say ta-ta, Wiedersehen, until we meet again. Thank you. Bye-bye, my pretties. Be sure to have a fantastic whatever time of day it is for you. And be sure to give them my love when you get there. Now get ready to fly, my pretties, fly. And spread my love. Bye-bye. Let's, do-do-do. And I... Oh, the 26, I didn't even realize. Start raid? Raid working. See y'all over there. Time for me to transition. And see those end credits. Moderators, and iPod, and so forth. Yeah. Drop Prime subs if you got them. Okay. Let us fly, my pretties, fly. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful day, everyone.